Magdalena here, Wolf of Coins. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've been chatting with Tamara from Nightshade Tarot. Please check out her channel. She has just made a great video on her experiences with fairies. And she also mentions the names, the Slovenian names for supernatural creatures. And as you can see, and as I've been mentioning before, the topic of Slavic demonology, if you can call it like this, or just, you know, by demons I mean supernatural beings that are not believed to be gods. So they can be benevolent or malevolent, but yeah, they fill the world. So this topic is huge, and I actually have a lot of great materials all in Polish, and I thought that, you know, since the topic is so huge, I never really made a video about them, about, let's call them fairies. But yeah, when I was chatting with Tamara, I thought that maybe I could just pick, from time to time, pick a couple of interesting creatures and then show them, talk a little bit about them in a video. So please let me know what you think about it, if it's something you're interested in. I picked 4 creatures today, and some of them will be helpful, some will be creepy, because of course the folklore is filled with creepy creatures, and I know you'll like them, and also like more neutral creatures as well. So let's start. First of all, if you read in Polish, I highly recommend these awesome books, because they are fully illustrated. These are 2 volumes. I think now also they did like 1 volume, like a big book. The only problem with these is it's for grown-ups, so most of the illustrations are not really children friendly, and when I say it, I mean it. They're a bit scary. Where was the worst one? Okay, this one is cute because it's an angel, and it's, you know, really not very, doesn't have Slavic roots, but it got adapted, of course, in the folklore. But there was this one horrible. Oh, this is also not very nice. Oh. Oh yeah, those creepy things, white people. Yeah, so as I said, this is for grown-ups, and you can find like interesting tidbits about these creatures. But if you want like less fun and more research, this is, you cannot find a better book in Polish. This is the great book of Polish demons by Barbara and Adam Podgórscy, and these 2 are by Paweł Zych and Witold Vargas, and it's a serious legendarz. It's a whole, look at the inside, it's so like graphically, it's so cool. Also at the end of these books there is like bibliography, so for more research you can go there. And okay, today I won't be using this one. What else do I have here? This is bestiary, Slavic bestiary, and this one is the little bestiary, invisible helpers, and this has been done specifically for children because these books were so successful. People wanted more and more, and yeah, and they did a book about dragons, about ghosts, Polish ghosts, legends of Polish haunted castles, stuff like that. There are a lot of them. I don't have all, but I have a fair few from this series. It's called the Legendarz. And yeah, so they made this one for kids, and it's just a hit with my son, who is 5. And here the pictures are less creepy, more colorful, children friendly, you know, so that they don't have nightmares. I read it to my son when he is going to sleep, so I really don't want him to have nightmares. And yeah, it's gorgeous, it's gorgeous. So again, if you can lay your hands on this, I recommend it. So yeah, so my son would, I would let him pick a creature about whom we'll be reading this evening, and he's very satisfied. I mean, he's very happy. However, he's very unhappy that he cannot see them. So yeah, and the last book that I have here, it's again Bestiariusz, so bestiary, Pomorski, which means from the Pomerania district of Poland. And yeah, and it focuses on this one region of Poland, which is near the Baltic Sea, so the north. So yeah, let's start. Let's start with this creepy creature that has been used, and I think it's in some regions it's still being used to scare kids. So don't be naughty, or otherwise Bobo or Bobak or Bebok or Buka will take you away, you know. So what's interesting about this one is that one of the names used, because it's known in various parts of Poland under various similar names, and the name Buka has been used in translation of the Moomins. You know, there is this very scary, cold and creepy creature. I think in English it was translated into the Grok. She never speaks. Wherever she goes, everything turns into ice, you know. So in Polish translation, this creature got translated into a buka. So yeah, fitting, huh? And probably the name comes from the Latin name Bobo, which means type of an owl. And yeah, it would live like in a cellar, or on the like upstairs at the attic where nobody went very often, and it was dark, and it would creep during the night. During the day it would sleep, and then it would creep during the night out. And yeah, it was interested in in scaring kids, and how to placate Bobo. You could give an offering, generally food. It would placate it, because, as it said, it says here that even though the parents wanted, you know, the Bobo to punish naughty kids and be okay, like do nothing bad to the nice kids, it would not really pick. So, you know, sometimes you had to resort to offerings. So that is this. And what I had something in this one about it. Yeah, it's a very widespread. I have, this is my bookmark. So we get a lot about these, like various Bobo, Bobak, Bebok, Bobo, you see, also Buka, Czech version Bubak, Polish Jews, Babuka, and probably from Latin Bubo. Bubo, also Strix Bubo, so type of an owl. Yeah. So something that you would use to scare kids, basically. Then I think that Asia told me, Asia Mnomkwa, didn't you tell me that your parents scared you with bebok. Would be interesting. Then, okay, then, and the next one would be here. Borowy, also known as leszy. In Russian sources, there is also leshi. And I talked a little bit about this creature in my very long Slavic Pantheon video. You can check it out too. But generally speaking, it was a type of a neutral creature. It was like a forest guardian who guarded the woods and forest animals. And people described them as a very tall old man with a wrinkled face and leaves growing out of his head instead of hair. And yeah, the wolves would be his companions. And he could be like nice to people, but if he didn't like you, then he would do like pranks on you, or even like he could make you lose your way in the woods, or put some logs in front of your feet so you would fall down. He could turn into a bear and scare you with a horrible like roar. He could also put like a temporary blindness or deafness on you. However, if he was, if he liked you, if he thought you're worthy of it, he would lead your way when you were lost. He would find your animals, like your sheep or others that got lost in the woods. And also he would protect children against wild animals and what are they called? Not robbers. Bandits, yeah, bandits. I forgot the word. And what's interesting, well, on Borowy or Leszy, there is a lot of material. It's been a really, really popular being, the guardian of the forest. There is really a lot about him here too. But what's interesting in this Pomerania bestiary, we also get the Borowa Ciotka, so the forest aunt, and Borowiec or Borowy, it's the same. And yeah, she was a sister to Borowy. And how she looked like, she had a robe the color of a pine bark, and her belt was made from pine needles. On her head she had a wreath made from pine cones, and in one hand she has like a walking stick, or like a staff for wanderers, and in the other basket for picking mushrooms. And yeah, and she is a protectress of the forests, and she protects against evil witches and what it is. Yeah, see, some things it's hard to translate. So there, I know there is a word, but those creatures that make you lose your way, like they are little lights on the horizon, and you follow them, and then you get lost. Okay, błędne ogniki. Then she helps you find your way when you're lost in the forest, and she can bring you into her secret hut. And when there are children lost in the forest, she puts berries into their baskets. And she, when there are forest thieves and people who are hunting there but shouldn't. She sends wasps, mosquitoes, and vipers against them. However, she can also, if you piss her off, she can turn you into a juniper bush. And yeah, and as I said, Borowiec is the brother of Borowa Ciotka, and he cares for food for forest animals, and like he cares for all the plants, bushes, and everything. And he cries when the trees are being cut down. So this, I think this was interesting. Then we get a creature that has various names, but it seems it was popular in various parts of Poland, and not only Poland. And because we have some versions from Silesia, so it's more to the south. We have a version from the area where Baltic people used to live, so Warmia and Mazury, and also I think they are known in Lithuania as well. So that would be Bzionek. So this name comes from the word for elder, bez, or black elder. So it's bez czarny. And this is one of the cuter ones in this book, I must say. And it's a creature that would live under an elder bush, and that's why you wanted to plant an elder bush in front of your house, so you would have protection from this benevolent spirit. And I think another version is in this one, and it's also cute. Where are you? I have a bookmark. Yeah, he's here. Look at that. So he also would ride a male goose, and thus, like, this would be his like stallion, and he would riding this, he would protect the house against evil spirits. And he could heal, like for example, heal children as well. When someone died, the body would be washed, and then the water used for that ritual would be poured under the elder bush. So it was definitely related somehow to the dead, to the ancestors. It might be a kind of like a spirit that was born from the belief, the worship of the ancestors. So it's a creature connected to both life and death, because it has these healing properties, skills, abilities. And when a child would have really, really high fever, they would also put the child on the ground under the elder bush, so that Bzionek would take away the fever. So this was Bzionek. And lastly, I think the creepiest of the creatures I've been talking about today. Where is she? I have too many books. Too many books. Is it even possible? So it's the quiet one, Cicha. So it was basically a personification of child death. And she, as you can see, she was very creepy. She looked like little girl with dark face, dark hair, and huge, charming eyes. And she was holding like a black staff. And wherever she went, she was a little bit like Bukov, I mean, the Grok from the Moomins. Wherever she went, the birds would stop singing, the plants would wither, and yeah, even the insects would get quiet, and the air, in the air you could smell death, simply. And she would have a white dress and a wreath of poppy flowers on her head. And yeah, and she was very, very quiet, so you never could tell when she was coming. So on this grim note, I will finish this video, and I hope you've enjoyed. Please let me know, as again, if it's something you would like to hear more about. And if you've enjoyed the video, please let me know in the comments, hit the thumbs up. You know, it always makes me happy and motivated. Thank you so much for watching, and have a nice day. Bye!